The information on this data pad reveals a detailed schematics of how you're going to take down the Empire, specifically the Dad Bod Empire.
Many Bothans died to bring us this information.
So grab your blue milk and pull out your lightsaber. No, not that lightsaber, Steve. I'm going to give you the ultimate 5-step guide to defeating the Dad Bod Empire for good so you can look Qui-Gon Slim in the summer months.
Keep your concentration here and now where it belongs.
Let's start with number 1. Now, there's 2 ways to look at this. Whether you're Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker, or even Boba Fett, you need a mentor.
Hello there.
This could be a coach, this could be a gym partner, this could be a friend, but ultimately it's got to be someone who's already gone down the path that you are looking to go down so that they can point out obstacles before you step in them. And if you do step in them, they can walk you through how to overcome those challenges.
What an incredible smell you've discovered.
The lone wolf travels fast, but the pack travels far. I don't know who said that, but let's just pretend for a second that it's Commander Wolf. That sounds super badass. The point is having someone that can give you a certain point of view that enables you to see from other perspectives and enables you to see your blind spots. That's why Padawans have masters. That's why athletes have coaches. That's why troopers have captains.
In my book, experience outranks everything.
Now, the second part is finding a plan that works specifically for you. A simple free version of this is going to be any of the 30-day challenges on my channel. That's a great place to start. But ultimately, what you need is alignment. And I'll tell you what alignment is not. You're grabbing your wife's Whole30 diet. Your buddy in the military is a powerlifter, so you're doing his program 2 days a week. Then you run a couple days a week, and then you're grabbing random supplements from GNC because you heard that creatine's important. That would be like building a Jedi Guardian and then arming them with a repeating blaster and then dumping your skill points in the Jedi Consular skill tree. That character would suck, just like your results. No offense. Everything should be tailored to your body and your goals specifically. Number 2, you got to find the droids that you're looking for. And when I say droids, I mean your tech and automation's got to be set up to help you, not slow you down.
Well, I thought it was obvious.
Right now, your droids probably have a bad motivator like R5. You've got DoorDash on speed dial. Your social media algorithms suck you into a digital pit of carcoon.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
And all the fast food that you're having is going to make it really hard to get into a calorie deficit with all of those calorie-dense meals. And then you've got social media, gaming, and TV, which could easily turn a 9 p.m. into 1 a.m. And from there, your sleep is a wreck, your circadian rhythm is destroyed, your hormones are all over the place, and then you quickly discover a voracious rancor inside of your stomach with insatiable hunger. Instead, you want to wipe your phone of fast food apps like a droid's memory core that knows too much. These days, you can get groceries delivered to your door with a click of the button. Amazon Fresh, Instacart, Walmart. You don't need to get everything, but I recommend at least getting your protein powder automated and delivered to your door. That way you can have your tasty Senator Pal protein shakes so you never run out of galactic gains because you have unlimited powder. You can then use apps like Newsfeed Eradicator on desktop and Opal on mobile to block the times that you don't want to be on social media. And then for gaming and movies, I work best with a go to bed alarm, the same way I have a wake up alarm. When that thing goes off, it's time to shut everything down. I'll actually unplug my Xbox, wrap up the wires and put them inside of the TV stand and put the Xbox in a separate spot so that it's really hard for me to just turn on my controller, turn on the TV and start gaming. Here's the deal. If you want to create good habits, make them easier to do. And if you want to stop bad habits, make them harder to do. If you want to learn more about habit formation, I recommend Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's like the sacred Jedi text of building habits.
A pile of old books. The sacred Jedi texts.
At the end of the day, your brain is a supercomputer and it is running programs that you're not aware of subconsciously. If you want to change your results, it's going to start with your habits. Number 3, you got to stay on target.
Stay on target.
You know how everyone got really mad that Rey became super powerful in the sequels without ever really training? Like we never really saw her put in the work. How did she become so powerful? That seems like she just teleported to that point. Well, my scruffy looking nerf herder, the same's going to work for you. You can't just expect 10 years to be undone in 10 weeks. Your results are going to take time. And how do you expect to get results if you aren't consistent with your training, your nutrition, and your sleep habits? As a wise Jedi once said, If you walk 10 miles into the desert, you gotta walk 10 miles out. I don't think a Jedi actually said that. So rather than getting frustrated that you haven't lost the 30 pounds that you spent the last years putting on, I want you to just stay on target. Hitting a plateau after a couple weeks?
Stay on target.
Don't feel like working out?
Stay on target.
See a shiny new workout program that catches your eye?
Stay on target.
And before you know it, you'll be
Almost there.
And guess what you'll need to do at that point?
Stay on target.
Here's the thing about fitness and trench runs. You gotta stay committed till the very end. If you pull out too soon, you're not gonna hit the target.
Negative. It didn't go in.
Surface impacts didn't create Luke and Leia, and they are certainly not gonna create the body that you want. All right, that's all I'm saying. All right, we're getting to the good stuff. Put your hot pocket down and listen up. Number 4, you gotta be able to tell yourself the truth. One of my favorite scenes in all of Star Wars is when Luke goes into the cave on Dagobah.
And you must go.
What's in there?
Only what you take with you.
Luke goes in to fight Darth Vader, only to realize that the person he was fighting was simply the dark side version of himself, which is really a perfect metaphor for the Dad Bod Empire. The Empire loves spreading lies and propaganda that causes you to relinquish your power. You can't work out. You don't have time or motivation. You don't need to change your diet. You already eat pretty good. You can't lose weight. It's your genetics. You can't commit to change right now. It's not a good time. You'll tell yourself whatever story you can to avoid taking ownership of your situation. Because if change is out of your hand, it's not your fault. You're off the hook. Taking ownership means you have the power to make a change. But that also means that everything you've done up to this point is your fault.
It's not true. That's impossible.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
At some point, you gotta be able to look in the mirror and be honest with yourself. The only person in your way is you. Luke had to do that with Vader. You'll have to do that with yourself. Finally, number 5, you gotta make a choice. In every final battle, the hero must make a decision. Who are you gonna be? What identity are you going to assume?
Take your father's place at my side.
I'll never turn to the dark side. You failed, Your Highness. I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
Luke was faced with the most powerful and greatest temptation of the dark side, and he chose to identify as a Jedi.
A Jedi uses the Force for knowledge and defense.
For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice.
You've got to decide if you're going to set the example for your kids and your family. You've got to decide if you're going to set the standard for your squad, for your community. You have to decide if you're going to prioritize your health, or are you going to fall in line with the Dad Bod Empire? And I'll just tell you right now, the numbers aren't good if you're in that Dad Bod Empire. Roughly 2/3 of adults, nearly 30% of children are overweight or obese. I'd be willing to argue children simply pick up eating habits passed down from their parents. And it's not an income thing, as seen in this graphic here, where the higher incomes actually have higher propensities for being overweight. The number one leading cause of death in America is heart disease, at nearly 700,000 deaths a year. The leading risk factors for heart disease and stroke are high blood pressure, high LDL cholesterol, diabetes, smoking, secondhand smoke exposure, obesity, unhealthy diet, and a lack of physical activity. So here's the thing. I make these Star Wars fitness videos because I love Star Wars and I love fitness. And I want to share those with my kids and my grandkids. And I want the same for you. You deserve that. Your family deserves that. And when I say for the Republic, I'm talking about everyone that relies on you being your best. They deserve that too. The mythology of Star Wars presents so many amazing stories that can be applied to life lessons. I know there's an alter ego hero inside of you, and I want to help unlock that. If you want to join my free community of troopers getting fit for the Republic, there's a link to that 30-day challenge in the description. If you want to learn more about working together, there's a link in the description with case studies and all the systems that I've used to work with over 400 plus individuals on their weight loss and fitness goals. And if you're curious how to create and tap into your alter ego, there's a video right here that breaks down step by step how to create your alter ego. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next Trooper Transmission.